Hello. Hey guys, I'm live now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to Successpedia.Asia's Journey to Success Resilience series once again. So if you guys have been with me yesterday at 8 p.m., we had Chef Eric Low with us, and today we are very happy and honored to have Kent Teo from Invade. Yeah. Hi Ken. Hello.
Hello, hi everyone.
Yeah. So it's hopefully we can bring good content and good topics to all of you. So before we start off with our conversation and everything, please do like and share our video. And also, if you have any questions for Kent and myself, please feel free to type it out in the comments right below. A little bit about Kent. Kent is actually the founder of Invade, and most of you might wonder, when I say Invade, what do Invade do, or what does Invade do? Well, actually, Invade. Yep, these are things that Invade actually do. We can see over here. They run. Ken, this is Artbox, right?
Yes, correct. This is Artbox, and so for us for Invade, we are into space activation. So for us, we be it regardless what kind of spaces, right? Be it for event space, retail space, or commercial spaces, we are able to activate spaces with our interesting concepts. So we often or not we come out with concepts that revolve around retail centric and lifestyle centric kind of activations. So be it ad hoc events or even pop-up kiosks, pop-up stores, all the way to long-term kind of space management. We dabble into that, right? So we actually developed some of our very successful IP. So concepts like Artbox started in 2017 at Marina Bay Event Space. So for that, that one is at so is at MBS and everything back in 2017. So we actually activated it, and it became the overnight sensation with on Google trending events is ranked #1. So following the success of all these outdoor festivals, that is where we went on to venture into different kind of products under our wing. So that is where we slowly build up our database and build up traction of being the kind of like festival organizers that is revolving around lifestyle centric and retail centric in Singapore, right?
So over on my left, our left, there's this Shiling Yeshi is also something that you actually brought into Singapore last year, right?
Yes, correct. So for Shiling Yeshi, it is. I mean, so we had Artbox, right? We just a bit of the Thailand team, right? A bit creative Thailand market. So then for Shiling Yeshi, then we try to get some of these Asian flavors around. So we were actually make a space at Singapore Turf Club at the Kranji station there. So it's about 200,000 square feet of underutilized car park spaces by Singapore Turf Club. So then that is where we are saying that, hey, it is actually possible to try to see if we can bring our crazy kind of like festival to this space, right? Because for the longest time we have been organizing it in Marina Bay area, in city centers. We never really venture out per se, right? So that is where we decided to try out this outdoor car park with the team. I have a wonderful team. They are very daring and bold. So they say that, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. So that is where we launch our kind of like an Asian flavored kind of a creative market called Shiling Yeshi back in 2019 last year. So again, we managed to top the chart again. It become ranked #1 on the trending events in 2019. So that is alongside with we are talking about Singapore Night Festival, National Day Parade, F1. Even last year's Artbox is ranked #6. So thankfully, all the supporters and festival goers, we managed to have 2 festivals in the top 10 ranking.
Wow. Actually, I think not just that. Ken also does a few things more, which I believe this is Fleaware. Fleaware is at this it's a place
Lucky
that
Plaza
I used
area.
to go.
Yeah.
Lucky Plaza area, right?
Yes. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so for Fleaware, it is our kind of our first baby 10 years ago, right? We started in the kind of like flea market, started off from skate, right? Then after that, we slowly venture into Lucky Plaza, where we thought that, hey, there's this very, very cozy spot at level 6 in Lucky Plaza. Again, back then, the area is like pretty underutilized as well. So we were thinking that, hey, let's do something fun, let's do something underground in level 6 per se, right? So that is where we started off
Underground.
occupying about, I think right now it's about 6,000 square feet of space, right? So that is where we have like weekly kind of a thrift market over there. So
Right.
then goers can actually expect kind of like branded tops from like $2, $5, $10 even, right? And can thrift over there. So thrifting and flea market is a timeless thing, right? So that is where we want to ensure that, hey, be any point in our 10 years of our life, we still continue to organize these thrift markets to kind of like build up the entrepreneurship journey and spirits in everyone as well. Right.
Yeah, which we when you speak about entrepreneurship, I also want to make mention of Mox. Mox is something I think you guys started like 3-4 years ago. Co-making space for entrepreneurs, for startups to have a space to do their crafts.
Yes, correct. So for Mox, that is where we want to again we had enough, or not say we have enough, we never have enough of events, right? But then after organizing events for like 7-8 years already, then that is where we want to do something more permanent, something more long term, right? For festival and for our events, that it is a touch point where people get to showcase their product, their product, market their product, or even meet their visitors, their customers, and so on and so forth. So then there isn't a space whereby everybody can gather together, right? Collaborate to talk about their ideas, creativities, what are the startups, kind of problems and issues that they face. So then, thankfully, we got matchmake to a space in Joo Chiat area. So this is about close to a 30,000 square feet space in Joo Chiat Road. So level 1, 2, and 3, we occupy the space for a 3+3 years kind of arrangement with the landlord. So it is a partnership with our very, very supportive landlord. And then we developed this Singapore first co-making space, where to us for co-making space is something more than just a co-working, right? So we have facilities and amenities like 3D printers, leather craft studios, photography studios, sewing machines, art gallery spaces, so on and so forth. So it's really like a country club for the creative, for the makers and the craftsmen, right? Then after that, of course, we also have our private offices, co-working spaces, flexi desks, the usual, right, for our members to work. So think of us like it's not just a maker space of sort. Why we call ourselves co-making space is because that it's not just facilities and amenities that we provide for them. It's also the programming, some of these seminars, talks, training, or even link up with potential VCs, government agencies like NDC, or even STB, right? They are all very vested into the creative capital play. So that's where we find our unique value proposition when all these craftsmen slowly gather. So over the past 3 years, we have gathered about 200 over startups over there at Mox. Then we also recently ventured into this year into Malaysia, KL. So we opened up about 21,000 square feet of co-making space. Again, is Mox in Sunway Putra Mall in KL City Centre. So it just launched in January this year. So that is where. So right now we have 2 Moxes, and we want to form like a two-way channel for our creative to talk to each other, right? Creative in Malaysia and creative in Singapore. That's where cross-pollination of ideas and collaboration can happen as well.
Yep. Okay. Since we have already gone into this part of talking about your all the businesses that you have, we know that you're an events company, and then you have a co-making space in KL and all these things. So maybe let's start off with a very, very sensitive questions. Yeah, very sensitive question. Okay, so I just want to know, being an events company, and even more than that, how are you being affected in this COVID? I think we can talk about the COVID in a later stage. I think our viewers might be more interested in how are you coping You mentioned so many business. So how are you coping with all this and having the COVID situation?
I think when it let's do a timeline basis lah. When it first announced in January, right? Right before the Lunar New Year period. So I was looking at the news. I was like, wow, this is something quite crazy. As in, I know that it's going to be serious. I know it's going to be serious. I know it's going to impact my business, our industry. So from then on, so I have a lot of telltale signs already. So I begin to I'm like a ardent supporter or subscriber to China News Asia and Straits Times. I'm sure a lot of people are out there right now. Yeah, everybody just refresh Straits Times, China News Asia only, right? So from there, that is where we follow the news like super big fans of it, that kind of thing. So we keep reading and reading and reading because we know that it's coming and coming, right? We receive more and more bad news. People cannot contain the situation. There is lockdowns. There's a mad rush for certain medical supplies, so on and so forth, right? So then we begin to see some effect in February, right? So where we were organizing our we are in the midst of planning our bite-sized version of our art box called 8 Box.
Okay.
So we try to do 8 Box at Downtown East, right?
Yeah.
So from then, Downtown East at 8 Box at Downtown East, that is where we are saying still can do just maybe a bit let's practice a bit some of the precautionary measures and stuff like that, right? So then the first kind of situation is related to COVID-19 that occurred to my company is while it was like 1 to 2 weeks before 8 Box happened, the advisory announced DORSCON yellow to DORSCON orange. 2 weeks to 3 weeks before our event, right? So we were like, 8 Box at Downtown East. So we're like, okay, lor, lai liao, that kind of thing. So it's like, I like saying, so then we have a lot of concerned members of public, our stakeholders, and everything, right? Then even Downtown East was being there's like some cases that passed by that area and stuff like that. So it raised a lot of alarms and then caused a lot of like kind of concerns and issues that we need to address, right? So back then, that is where we to us we were like, no matter what, show must go on, right? Because it's planned already. There's a lot of people that do the stocks. Marketing was rolled out. There's a lot of stake on hand, right? So we actually went to our venue provider. So then they are actually quite supportive, and in fact very, very supportive to still want to make it happen, right? So because they were saying that, hey, which they did, right? So then we actually set up during the whole event, we actually fence up the entire e-box. We have like the thermal scanner, we have the declaration forms, we have people taking temperature and make sure everybody fill out the form before they enter into e-box, for example. Right. So back then we saw that actually the numbers are still very, very healthy. People are like still patronizing the stores and then visit and support the local F&B and retailers, right? Because back then some of them are already feeling the heat from the whole situation already. So people are still very, very supportive to come down and support their local talents, their F&B stores and everything. But I already saw that everybody is very, very understanding and patient in like say, okay, the form I need to fill out, the declaration, if I got a fever, I should step out. I shouldn't step into the event. So I saw that actually Singaporeans are very, very responsible in that sense, as well as I have a very, very supportive team to know that, hey, this is all additional duties that we need to do to ensure practice social responsibility and safety of everyone. So that was in February. All right. So then after that is where we saw that there are more and more kind of news and advisory that happened. Right, so that is where, in fact, actually after the whole DORSCON orange thing, in fact, our inquiries and businesses actually tripled, if not times more, the business inquiries actually, right, before everything turned very, very sour, right? So we were like saying that there are a lot of clients as well as landlords are saying that, hey, we should bring in some activities and then right, to like kind of bring back the footfall, or try to encourage people to say that, hey, as long as you practice certain safety measures and precaution measures, things are okay, right?
Yeah.
So that is where we saw that a lot of inquiries and business opportunities open up. Then I think the twist of events happens when there's more and more advisory, right? The first I remember the second one that impacted us a lot is then the announcement of 250 packs maximum for any private or ticketed events. Then we were saying, hey, maybe the public event doesn't matter, right? But no, it affects us as well. So that is where we saw the sharp decline of like inquiries or opportunities and whatnot. Then even so, if you think that that's not enough, then the advisory also announced, maximum 10 packs, right? For any event. So that totally like kill off any opportunity or possibilities of trying to do any form of our usual business. Business cannot continue as usual for us ever since those advisory, right? We have to like close certain of our events, postpone certain of our activations. We also manage some push cards in some of the shopping malls that we have to keep it, right? So I think that the whole turn of events, I think, took about, I think not more than 2 weeks only. It's like every day there's like new advisory and new advisory. Then until the very end, which is the circuit breaker news that come in, right? So that is where we know that everything that we are planning for is put to a halt and put to a stop completely. So for the first time in 10 years, we are experiencing a near zero kind of a revenue or income per se. So all-time low. So all-time low. So we're like saying, well, if we are like this, right, then the entire industry, what's going to happen to them, right? So that is where I there's a lot of these business owners that we share our news, we spread, we show support to each other and say that, hey, hang in there and stuff like that. Things might be better shortly or after, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of them are affected, judging from all the responses that I saw. Even one of them are like saying, I saw this quite funny Facebook post, right? He was saying that, I think something wrong with my inbox. Something wrong. There's not a single emails coming in. Maybe my mailbox is full or something, right? So over like 1 week before, 2 weeks before the whole circuit breaker, it's like saying that there's almost zero inquiries that is writing into the events company. So I think that's where I saw that, hey, this has affected us seriously.
Yeah, very, very, very badly, right? And I think as a friend of yours as well, when I know the news and when we saw it escalate and stuff, and then I was very sure that, when this circuit breaker happened and the work from home thing, right? Because Mox is a place where all the co-makers come in, and then now that they have to be dispersed and to work from home,
correct.
I'm pretty sure there was another impact that actually hit you quite hard.
Yeah. So for that, I mean, we understand the pain point of all our members, right? So we actually took some initiative. We discussed with some of our partners, right? Saying that, hey, maybe we can like tell them that we understand that this is a circuit breaker. There's this 30 days things. There's a complete halt in the program or the things that you're paying for, or even for the space, right? So we actually deferred all of their payment. So we don't charge them it's kind of like a single cent for them for that period. So these are some of the measures that we know that, hey, this is SG United lah, right? Hashtag, right?
Yes.
We need to go through this together. I mean, if it's not, if we don't help each other, who else, right? We can't just keep relying on the handouts. We really need to think of ways to come together and help each other. We really need to think of ways to then try to figure a way out, out of this nightmare per se. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the the landlord waived and deferred a lot of payments of the tenants just during this COVID-19 situation that we are facing. So here we have Kent Invade is a very good place to be at. Yeah, Mox. All right. So since we are already talking about all this with the virus and everything, right? COVID-19. So what are your current thoughts on the pandemic situation, whether be it globally or be it just in Singapore per se?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you hear a lot of experts saying all their different insights and their take and their point of view already, right? So I'm just saying there's something more relatable to our current, I mean, in Singapore context, in the local context, right? So I guess it is here to stay. I'm quite sure it is here to stay, right? So in terms of the way it gets transmitted, that frivolously or that frequently or that easily, right? Says a lot about this COVID-19. So I think that in terms of our Singapore, in terms of our advisories and all the agencies, I'm sure they have taken all necessary precautionary measures. It is very staggered and step up kind of arrangement. I thought that it is a very well planned kind of direction, rather than in certain other cities says, hey, let's lock down. I don't know what's going on, but let's lock it down first and then figure out later, right, kind of thing. So I think from there, that is where we say that, hey, it is here for good. What our government is trying to do is then to flatten the curve, right? So that we are able to manage our medical supplies better. We are able to preempt. We are able to come up with certain resources, allocate certain resources, ration certain resources, right? To tide us through that period. Then of course, if all those precautionary measures actually take effect, and then everybody really practice the social responsibility in all of us, I don't see the situation not improving. I see the situation will improve gradually, but it's just that it is a very painful period for everyone. There's new norms that we need to adapt and adopt. There's new kind of technology that we need to try out. There's new kind of awkward or weird or uncomfortable kind of things that we need to learn as well. So I guess that's my thoughts for the current situation. We just entered into what day 4, day 5, right? Of the
day 4.
Yeah, day 4. Well, I cannot imagine you start losing count of the days. Yeah.
Is it day 3 or day 4? Oh my goodness, it's either 3, 4, or 5 lah. Our viewers, can you all please enlighten us? Is it day 3, 4, or 5? 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have lost count. Oh my goodness, this is bad.
Yeah. So I mean, thankfully it's a PH. So it's a breather for a long weekend. Not as if we can go anywhere else, but at least it's a breather to kind of like reorganize our thoughts, re-strategize our thoughts, and then try to move forward next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So still on the pandemic situation topic. How do you think the economy? Okay, your business is affected. My business, our business, in the media industry and marketing industry is very affected. We all know that the first budget to cut is always the marketing budget. Yeah. So how do you think in the whole ecosystem the economy is badly being affected?
I think So I have been thinking like, hey, who are the winners? I mean, in this pandemic, I think no one is winner right now. So everybody is like being in a very tough spot right now, right? Be it if you are a tenant, you're a business owner, you're a retailer, you open a restaurant, or even if you're a landlord, right? It is a very tough period right now for all of us, right? We need to figure way out very fast. There isn't like a saying that, hey, let's stop work after 6 p.m. No, right? As decision makers, for entrepreneurs and all the businesses owners out there, right?
Yes.
The work doesn't stop. You have to keep thinking and thinking, right? Because you know that if it's not you, who else, right?
Yeah.
The team is I mean, I have a wonderful management team as well as like the full team behind me, right? So then how collectively, how then we can like maneuver out of this, right? So of course, everybody is like saying, hey, cash is king, right? Retain and reserve your cash, and then see how to move forward from there. So I me is if you want to maneuver out, right, all the more, of course, you need to shout out a lot more. You need to do a lot more of your marketing. But there's different type of marketing. There's different type
Campaigns.
of
Yeah.
mechanism and campaigns that you can adopt to, right? So if it's not this way that you usually do, right, it can be another way. So for example, I think it was brought out by my team member earlier this week, saying that, hey, maybe we shouldn't do bus ads, right? Because like now, who are the ones taking buses,
Yeah.
or
The
who will be
eyeball
on
is not there, right?
who are the ones looking at the buses, right? For example, right? I mean, it is a wonderful platform, but it's not a suitable platform right now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that is where probably we have to then reorganize our thoughts and say that, hey, where are the eyeballs at right now, right? So it could be Facebook, it can be like live streaming platforms, it can be different channels that we just have to really widen our scope right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's a perfect opportunity to take not say take a pause and relook at your business. Is at the same time while you're figuring out your business, also take out some time to then re-strategize, rethink your strategy, widen your scope, read more, and adopt more of these ideas out there and stuff like that. Be more open and receptive, lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking about the transition of marketing. We have on Sunday the managing director, the group managing director of this esports company called I think you know him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Orange
Adrian, right? Yeah,
Esports. Adrian, yes, Adrian. So
yeah.
Orange Esports, Adrian is coming up to share on because esports is a they have a very strong live streaming foundation. That is
Yeah.
one of their main core of their products and services, and their
Correct.
marketing. Yeah. So he's going to come up
Yeah.
and share with the viewers. So remember, viewers, on Sunday we have a very a great person from Orange Esports, the managing director, come up to share on more marketing strategies. Yeah. And okay, so moving on, we've been talking about getting business together, helping out business. So, do you think Singapore is doing a good job in fighting against the COVID? Whether be it the government support for businesses or whether be it the things that's the rules that's rolled out to contain the situation, like for example the circuit breaker.
Yeah, so I think overall, I think you see in a lot of these international news, as well as the sensing on the ground, right? The feedback on the ground. It's like we have been doing whatever is necessary. Like I mentioned earlier, it's like all like a gradual steps to kind of prevent or kind of the certain measures to then reduce or hinder the transmission. So I think we have been managing our resources very well. Then it's really subject to our down to our people, right, Singaporean and everyone else, right, to really practice the social responsibility. It isn't easy. It isn't easy. Some of them unfortunately take it lightly. Some of them okay take it seriously, right? So then it's really up to each and every one of us to then remind them. I mean, gently that say, hey, this is really for everyone, right? Then let's do our part for it. So having the circuit breaker, what our PM announced, is really, it will make people uncomfortable. But then it is whatever necessary to try to hinder the transmission of the COVID-19. Then in terms of for us, that is again we have to then work from home, right? So
Yes.
for the circuit breaker, right? So then for circuit breaker of working from home, that is where when I first thought that actually work from home might be easier, like wake up then straight away you can work already, ma. Your commute time or your traveling time is 30 seconds compared to 45 minutes, right? So you can just
Yep.
or I'm here, I'm early, that kind of thing. So
Yep.
when I thought it was easy, but in fact, don't know, maybe it's just day four. It's actually a lot more tiring. Uh,
The bed
to
is next
work
to you if
from.
you are tired.
uh, that's the tough part, because you see, so there's a lot of distraction. There's a lot of like things going on. You have to be on like Zoom a lot of time, because you can't meet face to face, right? So the screen time increased sharply, right?
Mm.
Compared to just last week only, right? So there's a lot of things that is very very different compared to face, right? Certain things, of course, is like meeting face to face is easier to express yourself, to then relay the message to the other party better. So I guess
Yep.
that's what affected at work, I guess. Then
Yeah.
in terms of the support scheme from the
Government.
government, in terms of like tapping the reserve, I think it's really a well thought through plan. I mean,
I agree.
no one is left behind per se, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure they have already thought everything possible, so that people don't fall through the crack. But I mean the team is like that. Our government, right? Within that short 1 month, they have come out with so many different stimulus. It is very hard to say that, hey, we managed to ensure 100%, right? That is almost impossible in a ideal state of world. Yes, maybe, but then hey, we are humans too, right? So definitely there will be some being left behind in a sense. Then that is really subject to really the ground movement, the community movement, which over the past 2-3 weeks, I see a lot of ground up initiative by a lot of our slightly better position, more fortunate
Business
Singaporeans
owners.
and citizens, business owners, to want to help out, to reach a helping hand to the less fortunate. So I think
Yes.
that is really where you see the kampong spirit coming up, right? Through pandemic, and then really love it, really love what we see. It doesn't. All I'm trying to say is, it doesn't have to take a pandemic to do it, but then in this situation, at least we see more and more of such initiative popping up, right? So even for our like in terms of some of the like JSS, right, job support scheme, right, it is really like encouraging the employers to then hey, let's try our best to retain the team, work together with the team, and then see if there's any ways that we can transform and innovate
Yep.
beyond our current businesses, right?
Yes.
So it's really it be it push or pull, right? We are being put in that context, that environment to do so, right? Then that is very very good idea, and a very very well thought of, right? Then
Yep.
how then we can maneuver out of this.
Okay, Ken. So now we have more than 25 viewers. I think 27 currently. Let's just say hi to your friends and my friends and the viewers that's coming in. Say, hi, hello
Hello, hi.
everyone. Hi. We thank you all so much for watching. And let me just share a bit. If Kent can be so supportive of the circuit breaker, which I believe of all of the things he has mentioned, right? He has no complaints, no nothing. He's not whining. I've seen people that has been whining over the internet, keyboard warriors saying all the bad things about like why I have to be stuck at home and stuff like this. For Ken, we all know that he's in the Invade. With Invade is in the event industry, and revenue as flat as zero now, and we are talking about the whole company's sustaining of the whole company, whether the company can be alive or not. And yet he's supportive of this thing going and innovating. I think every one of us should be learning from our dear friend Kent here over here. Yeah, we're talking about fun one, really, really fun
Yeah,
one, no?
correct.
Okay, so moving forward, let us just have. I think you are very positive. I really, really think so. So can you maybe just
Thank you.
share? Can you just share how can we stay positive? To be honest, I've been a bit down in last month or so. I'm one of those that fell through the the gap without getting the support from the government to
Okay.
for yeah. So and there are so many things. So and media is very media and production is very outdoor. And then IMDA even sent out the info and the letter that all productions in Singapore has to stop. And I think I'm not the only one that faced the downtime. Some of my friends, the freelancers, also face a lot of downtime. So how do you stay positive?
I think it's really take a few steps back, right now, right. So this is a
Right now,
perfect
I got two step back.
window to take a step back and then think of why and how you started. I guess, right. So and if you genuinely feel that and felt that and believe that you are solving some form of problem, then you should continue to do it, right? It's just that you have that problems in mind and that solution in mind, and then the one that benefits, right? So then it's just that right now you are probably need to look at a different kind of product or different kind of solution to solve your problems on behalf of the stakeholders that's involved, right? So I guess from that point of view, as long as you're able. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's never going to be easy, right? As long as from the problem to your stakeholders, how do you come up with the product or the solutions that is different from whatever you're doing right now, right? So I guess that is
Innovation,
where,
right? So we talk about innovating and progressing.
I guess you have to keep doing that and believing in that, because I mean, what else can you do anyway, right? So what else can you do? I mean that's all I'm trying to say. I mean, what else can you do? So other than just transform and innovate, no one is going to tell you, hey, this is the right solution. That is the correct way. Hey, no, this is not the right way, because in this current Black Swan event, really anything can happen right now, and it's really it's a wild environment whereby then certain solutions start popping out and start sprouting out. There's many different avenue right now. All right, and then it's really to pick your right battles to fight. Pick the right kind of angle. As long as you genuinely believe that, hey, this through this transformation, this product or this solution that you come with, still manage to bridge, right? Still manage to form the bridge between the problems as well as the stakeholders, right? Then to solve it completely, right? I think that is where you can study and then explore. So I guess that's how we want to continue to stay positive through this period.
Right. Yes. And then your Yvonne Lai, I think that's your friend. Hi, Kent Teo. Yeah, let's fight through this together. Yes, I think so too. I believe that we can all fight through together. Now currently what's keeping me a little bit more positive is that even though during this downtime, I do believe that when we ride through this, a lot of the playing field is actually leveled. Like there's more opportunities for young startups who have been struggling to actually come out again, and then since everything is more or less leveled to a lower threshold, and that's where people can. Yeah, I think yesterday I mentioned I love this this company in Singapore. They have been growing plants or vegetables vertically up. So because of this whole pandemic, and Singapore has faced a shortage of vegetables, so they are flourishing now. They are growing. I wouldn't say flourish, but they are growing. Then there's so much room for people to understand that growing vegetables and growing our own crops vertically up is the way in a small nation, small space country like Singapore. Yeah.
So okay. Have a slightly different view for that. Yes, the playing field is leveled lah, right? Leveled in that sense, yes. But I'll say that this is like I got share with my team before. This is like Hunger Games also, right? So it's an insanely crazy tight competition already, right? The market
Yes.
is like crazy right now. Everything is gone haywire and everything, right? So I would say then the survivors of this pandemic, then you are looking at a bunch of very, very hardy, sturdy, ruthless, or very, very veteran, or then very savvy kind of businesses that managed to survive throughout this period, right?
Right.
Be it for the better good or for the good of themselves. Right now we see the whole kampong spirit, right? But I'm trying to say that whoever has survived through this period, they are definitely the stronger ones,
Understand.
right? And if they are the stronger ones, they are the fighters and the survivors. Then in the peaceful time, or rather when this whole pandemic ends, I think you're looking at very, very strong survivors remaining. And if your business survive after this whole pandemic, then you're looking at even tougher competition, not easier. Things wouldn't be easier. Things will be
Okay.
actually
Okay.
tougher per se lah. Yes,
Right.
there's maybe a lot more opportunities, but again, I will say that your competition is stronger.
I understand. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we have a very important guest today. Sorry, not guest. Someone that logged in. Nicholas Chi. So Nicholas Chi, say hello. So do you know Nicholas Chi? Nicholas Chi is the one who started the group for bringing all the freelancers in Singapore. He started with the media, the freelancers, and then after he started to grow, and he's one of the biggest that has been fighting a lot for privilege, not privilege, or the support and the grants from the government to help all the
Nice,
self-employed and everything. Hi
nice,
Nicholas.
nice,
I yeah.
nice.
Would love to link you guys up. Yeah.
Sure. Happy to discuss further. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we talk about business, but yourself, you are a father of two, and your kids are very young. So recently, government has also rolled out that no, none of us we are not, grandparents are not allowed to pick up the grandchildren, or the grandchildren is not allowed to be sent to the grandparents. Yeah. So for yourself, how have you been affected?
Well, before this whole thing, I'm very, very thankful for our, like, my mother-in-law as well as my parents, that they have been like taking care of my two kids, right?
Yeah.
Shuffling between them, they're taking very, very good care. And because of this whole situation, then we have to, like, say, work from home. So yes, it's not easy. It's not easy to really juggle between kids screaming while on Zoom call, right?
Yeah.
And then we have to yet need to make sure they don't fight and everything. So I think thankfully for my wife, she has been, like, really, really taking care of them very, very well, and even think of, like, all those activities to tire them out, make them, like, tired, like some of this corridor play that they will just keep running around and running around for hour or two. Then you can see that as they run and run, they will get more and more lethargic. That's where we know that we managed to drain their energy level, right? So I think
Right.
that's her way, and fully supportive of it, lah. Otherwise, it will be quite tough. That's one of the challenge that working from home, right? When you have kids, it's not easy, because by right you should have your own kind of, like, sanitized zone, whereby people have to, like, be in like, not say war zone, but in the zone where you can do productive work and throughout without any form of distraction. So if there's distraction, then we have to seek understanding from your stakeholders and your partners or your committees, right? Say that, hey, I have to deal with it, right? So I guess through this, I mean, it's really a better sense of, like, trying to juggle between work and then, like, between work and family.
Right. Understand. Actually, I face the same problem too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, if I were to ask you now, if I'm a genie, if I can grant you one wish, which obviously I know I'm not a genie, like I cannot grant. What would you wish for now?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's for the whole pandemic to end, right? But then, Maybe now, not really. I mean, in fact, not really. I would say that I really hope that we are, as cliche as it sounds, really wants everybody to really stay safe and be strong, be united. It is not one man's fight. No one should fight alone. It's a togetherness. It's a whole nation, whole country, even whole world kind of effort
Global thing, right?
right. Because we are in the fight already, right? And if it suddenly disappear, it's like a bit weird also, right? So then that is where we want everybody to be more united lah. Like in the ideal world, like everybody is like again present a united front together and united, and then practice a social responsibility, stay healthy, stay safe, then be more aware of the environment, be more aware about the news and precautionary measures and advisory set by the different agencies. I think that's what I hope to see or wish to see. Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. I think that's great. I can't grant you wish, but maybe they just share something. It's something that's funny. Yeah, I think for the viewers as well. You know, when I was young and even until during my teenage days and until now, I kept saying, we all know that the world is always at war. There's a lot of nations quarreling between each other, and then we have movies like alien attacks, and that's the only time when the movie by Will Smith. Okay, so that's the only time when the whole United States actually come together, and then the rest of the world coming together. That's always how a good movie, happy ending, where the whole earth unites against a common enemy. So I think that is very, very much what is happening now, except that it is so real. It's not alien, but it's a bloody virus. Yeah.
It is invisible lah.
Yeah, it's invisible. And that's the worst thing, Yeah. So I hope, like you, I mean, I hope that this unity will continue on. But like what you said, for businesses, it's a bit different because the strongest survive. It's a cowboy town, I would say. So and then we have a phase 1. We go into phase 2, the survivors, and after that, seeing who grows and scale and everything. Yeah, but this whole Kampong spirit and SG United and the world uniting together is really a movement that we should treasure as well, as much as we take care of each other. So I've said my last words, not that I'm going to die now, but I've said what I need to say. Do you have anything that you want to say to the viewers?
Anything?
Yes.
Stay safe, I guess. Stay safe. So right now we are in like I mentioned, in a very, very uncomfortable position. Like even for our friends in Malaysia, right? The MCO just got extended, unfortunately.
14 days.
So in day 4, I'm already like, we have some, like, we have like limited movement. We still can get out and stuff like that. I cannot imagine a lockdown, right? So I will say that it is very, very challenging. It's not easy. You probably have to continue to improve yourself. Maybe read more news, learn more about different kind of studies and businesses and everything, or even pick up an interest, pick up a hobby. This is the perfect time to do so. I mean, maybe certain things put us in this way. Just need to make the best out of everything that life presents you. We are in a very iconic milestone in this generation, right? That we have to go through. So if you look back years later, right? Years later, you should ask yourself that what have you done during the whole COVID-19, right? What have you learned? What have you went through? What have you do to get out of the situation? Or have you helped anyone? Have you reached out for extended a helping hand to any of the communities, right? So I think it's really need to ask yourself right? And look back, like during this period, what have you done? So I think that's all I want to say for our viewers.
All right. Thank you so much. So, right, to all the viewers, thank you for your time. Those of you who have stayed with us, or you came in halfway, or you just came in, really appreciate that you are here with us as our guest Kent has shared so many things, many insightful things, and then feelings, thoughts, and then some summary and stuff like this. So I would like to specially shout out and thank Dylan, Future Ready Asia. So they found out about our program and they have actually came in. We are in talks now, to actually greatly support our program, and we hope you guys can also continue to support our program. Just come in, watch us live. We have with us tomorrow National Youth Council's CEO, Mr. David Chua. So David Chua will be with me, with us with the program, and then he will share a lot on how the youth in NYC actually contributed to in the economy of Singapore, and will share how the youth are fighting the COVID along with everyone. So once again, thank you so much, Ken. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So take care, everyone. We'll see you
Okay.
tomorrow, 8 p.m. Remember, sorry, tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Successpedia.Asia, Journey to Success Resilience series. And bye.
Bye.